We're bad friends.
There was this Jewish kid who lived up the street from me.
Can we even say that?
All right, so there was this Jewish human.
Right, that's good.
Okay, there was this Jewish human that lived up the street. Yeah. And I used to bully the shit out of him. Like on the bus, like he'd be eating like a little breakfast sandwich that his mom made, and I would just go and hit it out of his hand.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
And then he would go, "What the fuck?" And we would go, fuck you," or whatever. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, like I was so mean to him.
Yeah.
Like I would just hit him in the back of the head just in the hallway.
What?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And so then one day, and my brother was friends with his little brother.
Right.
And my brother would at nights go, "Bob, yeah, can you not pick on my friend Oliver's brother?"
Yeah.
And I go, "Nah." So one day I was this is so embarrassing. So one day I was on the school bus and I hit him on the head, this kid, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "That's it." I go, "What? What's it?" After school, there was like a field right between our houses.
Uh-huh.
It was like this empty field, right? He goes, meet me at that field, you know what I mean, at 4:30, and we're gonna duke it out. And then I don't know, he must be a promoter or something, but everyone in the school was there.
Right.
Afterwards.
Right.
It was like a circle, right? And I'm there, right? I think I took my shirt off.
What?
I don't know why, but I
Yeah.
took my shirt off. I go, "What's up, man?" Next thing I know, I'm on the floor.
You got whooped.
He punched me so hard, I'm on the floor. And I'm like winded too, right? And I get up and I just start swinging.
Haymakers.
Haymakers, right?
Yeah.
Nowhere near him, right? And he does a straight in my, right? Just a straight in my head. Like I pop back, I fall on the ground again, and now I'm like bleeding, right?
Yeah.
And my brother now, he was in the front of the circle.
Right.
Now he's somewhere like in the back,
Yeah.
like just contemplating his life, right? And I go, "God, time out." I time out.
You can't time out a fight.
I know. Time out. Hey, man. He hits me again. Right.
Cut it out.
He beat the shit out of me. What
was
then
his name?
Then this is what I hear. I'm not kidding you. I hear this. A car, right? My mom had a red sports car. Mm-hmm. My mom is on the dirt, on the field.
Coming to get
me. Right? She goes, "Get in!" Right? I'm bleeding. Right? And all the kids are laughing at me.
Yeah.
Like, ah! I get in the car and I never bullied anyone again.
That's what you get.
I know, I deserve it.
You definitely get it.
That's like if it can encapsulate my life.
That's it.
That's it.
Right. You're the bully that can't really fight.
Yeah, I talk shit, right? And yeah. I talk a big game, right? But when it comes down to it, I'm a bastard. I get destroyed.
Right.
I'm meat.
Well, but also then why do you think you were allowed to talk shit?
It's fun.
What do you think about that kid made you pick on him? For real. Did other people pick on him and you
I think because he played the trombone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he always had a trombone.
Hey, you got to pick on him.
Right. He had a trombone, and it had nothing to do with that he was Jewish. I didn't even know what the Jewish meant.
Right, it wasn't.
I never saw
Jewish.
Schindler's List before that or whatever.
What a film.
Yeah.
It wasn't. No, it's not because he was Jewish.
Because I was like in 6th grade.
You didn't
7th grade.
even know then.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then later, in high school, I think I saw like in history class some films about Holocaust, and I think I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, man, sorry about 4 years ago when you beat the shit out of me in that field."
Yeah, you were sorry for him beating the shit out of you.
Yeah. He said, "No problem, man."
How did your mom know? Did your brother
He
snitch?
goes, "Scram, kid." I'm like, "Oh, sorry." What?
Did your brother snitch? How did your mom find out?
No, she was just happened to be driving down. She looked and she saw me getting my ass kicked.
fucking walloped.
And just getting my head walloped. Yeah.
Do people get in fights in the Philippines in school? Did you see a lot of fights?
A lot in my public school.
Yeah. Oh,
and
right.
they would use like pencils, and then they would just
Smart.
like stab.
What?
Yeah.
That's
they use
smart.
Weapons. Yeah, that's smart.
Did you ever see girls fight, or was it only boys that fought?
I also saw girls, and then they would just rip their skirt off, their shirt, and then, yeah. I was scared.
No comment.
I got beat up by a guy named David Koch.
David Koch? beat the
Yeah.
shit
So I took taekwondo.
Yeah.
And I took it for like 2 weeks. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, you thought you were a black belt?
Yeah, and I thought I knew everything I needed to know, so I just
Right.
stopped going.
I'm good.
And the only thing in the beginning they teach you is to bow.
Yeah.
Right, and then block.
Bow block.
So I had this like old Korean like taekwondo teacher, It was in this mini mall in
Yeah.
Poway. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You go, block, right? And I'm like, black, you know, block, black. And that's all I took. And I remember David Koch and I got in a fight.
Yeah.
And he kicked me in the nutsack. I was falling backwards. Block. And I ended up like this on the ground. You know what I mean? So I was thinking I should have taken more classes.
Your nuts going
I've
up
never
into
won.
your
I
body.
never won a fight ever, but I was a good wrestler. I was undefeated.
Well, that's the thing with fights. You should have just gone to the ground with them.
That was later in high school. I started wrestling, and I started. You know, my brother and I are very good at wrestling.
The worst I ever had was in college. Me and my buddy Colin and my buddy Travis and a bunch of idiots. We were drunk and we were in an apartment complex. Notorious, this Archstone, notorious like, bro, fucking what's up, dude? Everyone wanted to. Arizona. Arizona is just like San Diego.
Wait. You went to college in Arizona?
Arizona State.
What, in Phoenix?
Phoenix. Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Because my brother went there.
We've talked about this before.
I forget.
Yeah.
I don't
I know.
memorize.
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't memorize.
You lived in Tempe?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yes, of course.
Wow.
That's where I went to college.
Wow.
But it was all bros. It's all by the way, Arizona State is all bros from Southern California that can't get into California schools, right?
Yeah.
And they want the cheaper route, so they go to Arizona. That's literally what it is. So it's all like, fucking lift it. That's all it is out there. And we're in a parking lot, and a dude backs up his car, and he almost hits somebody that we're with. Now, my memory's foggy about it in terms of why that started, but then somebody hit the trunk of the car. Like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And this guy gets out,
Yeah.
and he's running his mouth, and there's like 4 or 5 of us, and there's one of him, and he's like, oh, you fucking bitch, all this stuff. And then I'm thinking not much of it, because they're kind of chirping, everyone's chirping, and he goes inside and comes out with a team, a fucking superhero squad of big adult black men. And I was like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
The football team comes outside, and then at this point it's over. We have to fight. They're gonna fight.
You're going to fight.
We had to.
No, you didn't have to.
Yeah, we did.
Why?
Where were we gonna go?
The other way.
We're on their turf. It's over.
All right.
So my buddy Colin is the first because he's the one that's talking to the guy. I think he's defending this girl that they almost hit, and they start going at it. And right away, I turn around and I'm just like, and I'm just met with one right in my face. And then I'm swinging like a loser, just getting punched by 3 people, not hitting anybody.
Yeah.
And I go down to the ground, and when I kind of come to, because I must have gotten knocked out,
Yeah.
I had been kicked like in the back of the neck, shoulder, or whatever.
Yeah.
My buddy Travis was getting work too. And when we got up, we had to walk back home because we had walked to this party.
Yeah.
So fucked up and sad. And these
Yeah.
guys got to go back in and drink with some of the people that were around us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.